This is my dream build, BMW M4 G82, and my goal with this BMW was to create the most unique G82 the internet has ever seen. After finishing the build and attracting a lot of attention on the internet, I was blown away with the amount of success this build brought the Beemer Fam YouTube channel, even if it was very controversial. As good as the car looks, it has a ton of issues that will be exposed today for the very first time, and since Monterey Car Week is this weekend, today we have a new goal, 24 hours to restyle the entire car and fix all the flaws. This will be done by installing a bunch of brand new parts, including modifications to the color, wheels, body kit including side skirts, splitters, and rear diffusers, and a huge surprise which you'll see at the very end. So where do we start? We start by looking at the current state of my G82 M4. First and foremost, the front end isn't the issue, but if you look closely to the driver and passenger side, you'll see we have two different side skirts on the car at the moment. We're mismatching. Passenger side has the OEM side skirt because I straight up ruined the stock rocker panel on this car. And since then, I've just never gotten a full carbon fiber side skirt. And then on the driver's side, we have that West Coast Euros carbon fiber side skirt, which is like M Performance style. Fitment on this was kind of tough because the bolts that stick to the bottom of the skirt were on back order when we got this installed. So you can see it's always had this gap, but then more importantly, the reason why this gap will never close is because this arch and this side skirt was never meant for each other. So this corner actually is always touching, and it's actually left a little mark and is tearing down the vinyl wrap. Then on top of that, if you look closely on these big rear fender arches that widen the car by 1.5 inches, we never did the proper sanding on the flare itself. So underneath this wrap, it's actually pretty rough to the touch. And if you look closely, especially in person, you guys may not see it on camera, I have a lot of orange peel because it was never properly sanded. Since it is orange peel, the vinyl doesn't actually stick to the flare that well. So when the sun is pointing at it, it starts to bubble up in different areas, and honestly looks pretty ghetto. I installed this flare a little too low, and if you look at the tire in this area, it's completely shredded. I mean, this thing is rubbing on the driver's side significantly, and if I keep driving on this, you can see the wires of this tire will show within the next 1,000 miles for sure. These carbon fiber pieces are awesome, but they were never built for this kit, and because of that, I always thought this fin came up too big and it didn't come out far enough. It never comes down low enough either. But with this kit, you can see, I mean, it's rubbing on this vinyl wrap very badly, and it's literally digging into the wrap, and I think at this point it's penetrated the wrap. Because it's touching this, it won't allow us to lock and clip in right here, so it's always loose. It's still bolted in underneath. We're definitely gonna have to swap these out. I always felt like these pieces matched from the profile, the side view, but from the rear, it just never fully looked right to me. And this is one of the biggest things I want to address on this car in today's video. If we look closer at the diffuser, I did get rear-ended in this car. It's not bad at all. It happened at like 3 or 4 miles an hour. An older gentleman accidentally didn't put his foot all the way on the brake, and unfortunately cracked the carbon, which means we can add different diffusers and just pretty much make the whole rear end aggressive. We have these big 4-inch titanium exhaust tips, this big GT wing, and kind of a stock looking diffuser and bumper extension. So that is one of the first things we're going to address with this car. And then lastly is the color. I chose gloss Miami blue because it's a very bright color that could showcase this very bespoke and rare kit that we put on the car. The 3.0 CSL homage front end kit. It's a fenders kit and a front bumper kit. And because I was going to be one of the first people in the world to showcase this front end kit, I really wanted to showcase the whole design of it. To start unwrapping, we need to remove the super light GT wing. From here, we can start to remove all the Miami blue and see what surprises lie underneath. As you can see, the car still looks insane in the factory Portimao blue paint. The color is super dynamic, looking bright in some lighting and really dark in the shade. Walking around it really made me miss this shade of blue. This was also the first time I ever saw this color on my G82 with the new wheels, taillights, and other mods, so I had to take it in for at least a few hours. As good as the Miami and the Portimao Blue looks, I am super excited to show you guys the new color and overall spec that we are looking to imitate for version 2 of this build. And now that the G82 is unwrapped, we get to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is VFO. If you guys have never heard of VFO, they have been in the dash cam industry pioneering since 2010, and they were nice enough to send out their A329T 4K Ultra HD 3-channel dash cam. Inside, we are immediately greeted with the 3 different dash cams. This one is going to be the main dash cam itself, which has a giant LED screen, but then you can also see the front-facing camera and some 3M adhesive that's going to stick to the front windshield. And then we also have the second and the third camera. For a very fast install, just remove the 3M tab and place the main camera on the front windshield. From there, you can adjust the camera angle to your liking, then plug in the included USB cable to the main camera. Go ahead and plug in the same USB cable to the included cigarette lighter adapter. You'll see the camera's LED screen turn on, then take the included SD card and insert it into the camera. Take the other 2 cameras and place each of them on both the front and rear windows. Now you get to see all 3 camera angles uploaded straight to the camera's LED screen. The front-facing main camera is shooting in a staggering 4K resolution with Sony's Starvis 2 8-megapixel sensor. The other 2 cameras are still shooting a very impressive 2K resolution. The telephoto camera comes with a 4K zoomed lens, making for a super detailed picture, which is crucial for those emergency situations. All 3 cameras support HDR, effectively reducing overexposure at night and improving image clarity to the maximum. So if you guys are interested in getting yourself or a loved one a VFO A329T dash cam, I'll leave all links in the description. Be sure to keep an eye out for any discount codes to save yourself or a loved one some money. But with that being said, let's go ahead and continue on with restyling the G82 M4. BMW M4 GT3, the ultimate race car from BMW M that is only legal to drive on a racetrack. This track weapon is all about business. An extremely aggressive presence with a world-famous livery, M4 GT3 race car has every single ingredient to win the podium in the 24 Hours of Nürburgring and other top-tier GT3 International Racing Series. If I had $530,000 to purchase one right now, the car would come in a fully exposed matte carbon fiber finish with little to no color, which isn't often captured. If we look closer at the delivery ready spec from BMW, the car comes with lemon yellow CSL DRLs, a red M Performance tow hook, lemon yellow tire lettering, and a satin black windshield banner. When you put all of these subtle details together, the result is nothing short of menacing, making the car look sleek, exotic, with a dramatic road presence. This is a look I want to imitate with my very own widened body G82 M4 for the next version of the build. Now we get a chance to look at the brand new color that's going on the car. So I want to give a huge shout out to Miliotone. This is the best place to get the best quality vinyl shipped straight to your house without having to deal with any shop, just in case you wanted to DIY wrap your car yourself. They have pretty much every color you can think of, OEM premium colors, individual colors, including matte finishes, satin finishes, gloss, metallic, and even more. I'll leave all links in the description. Go check out Miliotone if you're interested in wrapping yourself or a friend's car. As you can see, we went with the satin black from Miliotone. So let's get this thing prepped up and start wrapping the car. Now that the car is mostly wrapped, we need to race over to the tire shop and replace those run-down Michelin tires from the beginning of the video. To replace them, we have some brand new Bridgestone Potenza Sport tires, the same tires we have been wearing in the front of the car. This way, all 4 tires are matched up, which is crucial for the modification to come later in this video. Now it's time to install the brand new body kit that just came from Stradale Design. Starting with their side skirt extensions, you can see they are finished in gloss black instead of carbon fiber this time for a more stealthy look. I wanted to make sure we didn't overdo the use of carbon fiber, and blending some gloss black in ties the materials of the car's exterior really well. To do this, we need to utilize the OEM pieces like the OEM bumper extensions, because all of these body kit pieces attach to the factory parts, making the car appear lower to the ground without actually lowering the suspension any further. The pieces are from Maxton CSL line, so they have those famous fins that match the skirts and aftermarket front end on the car. In the rear, we have Maxton Street Pro diffuser that will attach to the MP style diffuser, making the rear end appear way more aggressive. The diffuser comes away from the car and sits lower than the current diffuser, which will make the car sit like a race car. You can also see how well these parts from Maxton are created, stickers of authenticity and everything. These parts just feel like they will fit perfectly. After all, that is what Maxton Design is known for, an OEM-like fitment. Now that we have test fitted the parts, it's time to head over to one of our long-term sponsors, West Coast Euros, to install all of these parts in a brand new surprise part that they just released. So you guys join us here at West Coast Euros and SHA Speedhouse Automotive. And we got a few things to install on the G82 before it's ready to take to Monterey. Out front, they got the nice M2, super clean F32 as well. And this is the West Coast Euros new project car. They claim it's a clapped F30. It's 335, so it's got the N55. They're gonna be doing a full build on this. But right now you can see they are trolling with the M badges on this. It is way more packed than the last time I seen it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, this is all the parts for the F30 right here.
Oh my god. You have a whole car right here,
yeah,
bro.
I know. Look, so you got the suspension, headlights, a bunch of other stuff. There's a headliner, bumpers.
Dang.
And there's more over there. So, yeah.
That is crazy. All right, so this is the part we're gonna be throwing on from West Coast Euros. What exactly is this right here, Andre?
So this is a oil cooler guard. These G80s and even the F80s actually don't have a metal oil cooler guard covering the oil cooler, so rocks can get up in there, puncture it, and you're just gonna drain out all your oil. So this is just gonna make sure that that doesn't happen, and the chances of this happening without one of these, especially when you're lowered like Eric is, are much higher. So we're gonna make sure he's protected on the road.
Also, another note I like about this, satin black, matching the car,
yeah,
new color.
So it's all gonna look super good on the car and match it.
Cool, let's get this thing installed.
Yep.
It is nice to see the M4 up in the air once again with the new colors. See that full titanium exhaust, looking in great shape. It should be a fairly simple install. Factory piece, all plastic, and Andre's saying it has literally a hole for the radiator and intercooler, so it's exposed. See, that one's got the mesh right there to protect the car.
Okay, now that we got rid of this junk, and there's nothing getting through that.
Dude, the black looks sick, man.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, the lasers look the best on this car,
I think so.
There's a couple different options, like for other chassis, the lasers, but I think the G82 does the best.
For sure. So the boys put the new Maxton Design kit on the car and it looks absolutely insane.
Yeah.
The main goal was to make sure the skirts come down lower to the ground, making the car appear lower without actually lowering it. I like how we had those fins that match that front splitter, coming down to the rear bumper extensions. Again, rear end lower to the ground. Looks more like a race car. And we still have to put that diffuser in the middle. Wow, it looks super good though. One of the last things to do is to add some color to the spec since we went full stealth mode and made everything black. We are adding the same color yellow to the tire lettering similar to the GT3 cars from BMW M. Let's dial in the flares now. Just listen to how uneven the surface is, which is why we need to properly sand these things. All we need is a 220 grit sandpaper pad to get started. After wrapping the flares, we can now fit them to the car once again. I didn't realize how much attention to detail this process takes, because last time I installed them too low and we ended up rubbing through that tire, so we don't want the same issue this time. They look so much better and the surface is completely smooth thanks to the sanding process. Last but not least, we get to add the literal cherry on top by adding the OEM BMW M red toe strap for both the front and rear end. This thing isn't just for aesthetics, it's actually functional but instead of just being a tow hook, it's actually a strap that makes it really easy for those track days. If I decide to put the car on a trailer, or in a worse situation, if the car goes off track, the car can be put back on track super easy without hassle. First and foremost, a huge thanks to Stradale Design for providing the skirts, diffuser, the kind of new body kit you're seeing on the car. Also Miliatone for the wrap material itself. That being said, I am in love with this new spec. Obviously, like I mentioned before, this is heavily inspired by the M4 GT3 car when the race car teams take delivery, and there's no livery or any wrap or any sponsors on the car. It's just bare exposed carbon fiber. Obviously this car isn't fully carbon, but we do have a lot of carbon fiber, like the full bumper and the fenders. So really the only option was to go with like a super dark gunmetal or just satin black, and that's what we did here on this car. BMW does offer individual frozen black from factories. I'm sure you guys have seen a lot of G80s out there in the frozen black spec. And then this specific car does have the 3.0 CSL homage grille, so it's technically an OEM inspired front bumper. This whole piece is part of the bumper, full carbon fiber. One of my favorite things with this wrap is it highlights the laser lights inside of this car. You've got these blue accents inside of these headlights, but then if I click the unlock button like this, you'll also see the DTM style lemon CSL DRLs from West Coast Euros. I think it looks really good and adds color to the car, but also we added another OEM part, which is brand new, which is the toe strap right here in red. Factory part, looks really good on the car. Makes it pop, goes well with the yellow, goes well with the blue. But then on this side of the car, you can see we did the tire lettering in kind of a lemon yellow as well. So this type of yellow directly matches the yellow you're seeing inside the headlights. And I think it just goes really well with this all frozen blacked out spec that you're seeing on the car. I think the carbon is kind of more subtle, but if you look closer at this piece of the car, it pops a little bit more. It's a little bit more intriguing as opposed with the Miami Blues. It's this big heavy contrast. I like how sleek and low-key this looks, but if you know, you know. Big Stradale Design side skirt, which lowers the car as far as appearance, I would say at least an inch, maybe an inch and a half. It's pretty drastic because these just bolt on to the factory side skirt right here, and it's in gloss black. I felt this time around we didn't need to overdo it in carbon fiber. Since this does have gloss black mirrors, window trim, we can kind of play a little bit more with the black accents on the car and just not check all carbon fiber on every single piece on the car. So if you look closely to the arches, super smooth finish. We sanded those, as you guys seen. It looks so much better without the orange peel, and just looks so good with the frozen, because this frozen black shows all the imperfections underneath. So it's nice to know that this was done properly this time. Really happy about that. Front is insane, but the rear end is even crazier to me. This wing, Stradale Design, obviously it created a huge aggressive statement on the rear end of the car, but then we needed something down low, and Stradale Design really has us covered in this department with this nice rear diffuser extension that attaches on to the MP style diffuser from West Coast Euros. And then we have, like I mentioned, those rear bumper extensions. But this right here, we also brought the exhaust tips out, and then we added another toe strap back here. And then unlike version 1 of this build, we also have the CSL tail lights. So altogether, the rear end, it's tough. I don't know if I like the front or the rear better, but the rear is just insane. If you guys saw the cracked diffuser instead, we just kind of put the satin black wrap down here, kind of tie in the black with the carbon again a little bit more, but more importantly, hide in that big crack in the carbon. It looks super smooth, smooth to the touch. You couldn't even tell it's there underneath. I feel like this kind of spec favors this body kit a lot more than the brighter gloss Miami blue that we had on before this car, or any bright color. Just look at how well this black goes with the interior on this car. The M carbon fiber bucket seats. We've also got the Carbontastic steering wheel, and then we've got the 6-speed manual in this car. I truly think this is one of the coolest cars you can get today. These cars are so great for modifying. You can really customize them and make them your own. Like the fact that this is a one-off kit that I just made by myself from a bunch of different companies, and I made something I truly love. It just makes me really happy. But for those of you guys shopping for these cars or looking to get a G80 5 years from now, 10 years from now, there's only going to be more and more parts available for these cars. I encourage all you guys, really have fun with your cars. Spec them out how you want, enjoy them, learn something, try something you never tried before on it, and you're not going to regret it. I feel like overall I'm having a lot of fun with the G82 platform. This specific build is super playful. It's meant to have fun, try something new, and stuff you guys haven't seen anybody do online to these cars. Whether it's adding parts, driving them different places, I really wanted to show what this platform is capable of, and the G82 is doing a really good job at impressing me every single day. But as you can see, it's nighttime. We got to get this thing ready to drive to Monterey. Let's not just get my opinion on the car. Let's get our good friend Finding Nick. He's actually the only person who's driven this car other than me and my girlfriend Chanel, and see what he has to think about the new spec since the last time you've seen the car.
Bro, this looks so much better.
What do you think, bro?
Bro, it looks insane, dude. What's up?
You had to be the first person to see it since
Really?
you drove it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you like it better?
Bro, I like it way better. I
Hell
feel like it
yeah.
suits the body kit really good, bro.
I think so too, bro.
It's a pretty good Batmobile.
For real.
Like I said, I think the sand black goes with like the wing and the arrow. It's literally a Batmobile, bro.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, Nick just checked the rides out. Nice M240 here. It was nice catching up with Nick. Make sure you go check out his page. He really likes the G82, but you guys gotta stay tuned to see what he has planned for his G80. You guys might see it by the time you see this video, but we're pretty much gonna be twinning with the G80. That'll do it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Check us out on Instagram at Beemer Fam. I'll see you guys in the next video.